Maybe there is a reason why AI is so stupid because it just try to do what we try to do. So let me explain because this is an interesting point. So we see that in reality we could do almost anything, okay? But we actually put ourselves in this binary thinking of greed and fear. You know, it works or doesn't. It's AI slop or is a masterpiece. It's if you don't write yourself, but you have AI helping you, for sure is AI slop. Okay, that is the idea. Okay, if you didn't do it everything yourself, no, then it's not good. If AI doesn't automate 100% your job, then what's the point? You know, it's that kind of thinking in binary that is creating a massive problem. So we see corporation pushing into adoption of AI. You know, just yeah, but let's remove everybody. We can have one single person running everything. Now with AI, it's possible, and we should do it. Okay, this idea of everything or nothing. So let's fire thousands of people, replace them with AI, total automation. We remove this sector, total automation doesn't work. Total automation is broken. Yeah, let's hire them back. Okay, all of them. Let's give up on AI. I mean, the good thing is while those people think in binary and they do because of fear, okay, because they don't have the courage of say I made a mistake and and I will think a solution where I look at this without fear or greed. Okay, it's not just about making tons of money and then therefore fire everybody. There is the augmentation. Okay, there's a way to augment the people that work for you and achieve more via AI. It's not about replacing, it's not about total human. No, it's the way in the middle, okay? It's something somewhere there in the middle where what you do, you augment the people that work for you. You augment your team. Okay, you augment it through the use of AI. And it is not about allowing one person from here to to something insane. It's a maximum augmentation. No, you just augment a little bit. Okay, that little bit change everything, because now you can trust that every single person that work inside we work with AI will be in control. We won't create a slop because we'll do just a little step forward. Okay, that is how most of us are using it. Okay, we are not replacing ourselves, we are augmenting what we can do. We try to see what are the limits, discover it. And if something goes wrong, we don't give up. We don't say, no, yeah, it's not for me. We just say, okay, I pushed it too far. This model cannot do it. Okay, I just gonna wait for something better. That is the attitude. Okay, this is the attitude of an AI artisan. He try to find a way, try to look at the limits and build within. So why I'm saying this, because of that kind of mentality is gonna bring us to us a new scenario. The fact that a lot of corporations now are realizing that the use of AI as they wanted to do is not working. Now there is a problem. Now they need to actually hire back, and the idea of training the staff to use AI. Now that everybody hates AI, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be complicated. It might be impossible. So what this means is that means that those corporations that are building those data center, maybe they won't have as much client as they think. And let me make it clear this. Okay, I do believe that we need AI. That we need AI because with AI we can do what was not possible, and we can fix problem at a speed that was not possible before. And in a moment of history like this one, speed is what we need. Okay, let me. I want to be more clear because I'm not for speed. Okay, I'm a person that really understands the importance of actually thinking, reflecting, spending time. But things are going wrong and fast, and in a way that is getting so complicated that to go out of this, unless we want to suffer, for many years, to go out of it, we need to accelerate our actions. Now there is a way, even if it's 10, 20%, it's possible. The problem was accelerating, replacing human 100%. Just give them an extra bit. That 20% can change everything. Now, we as AI artisan, okay, as a people that experiment with AI, we learn this on our skin and we know the value of AI. So the goal for us is not replacing it. It's actually optimize what is possible to do and what is not possible to do. And we do this by experimenting because that is the only way. It's not like there's a book. Okay, read this book and now you know. No, this is a new technology. Nobody knows the limits. Nobody knows how to implement it correctly. But we all know that we that use it and we don't give up. That is, find yourself the the elements that can augment you, because we are all different, and that is the important part to understand. This is a tool to augment human, not to augment a job position. So each one of us, because it's different, will need a different way of being augmented, a different custom way to use AI, and we should be in charge of deciding how. Now, this amount of variety is extremely complex to deal from those corporations. So that's why I'm seeing this scenario of binary thinking. Okay, I'm gonna go to AI. No, it doesn't work. I'm gonna go back to human, and then we will see. And now we, as a user, won't be able to afford the token cost of those large corporations, those huge frontier model. Okay, we will be most likely use those cheaper but still really powerful Chinese model. And most of us will also say, all right, I'm going to run it on my machine. I trust my hardware better than, whatever Chinese server maybe. Or maybe you don't trust, you're just burn out by these AI corporation. You feel really, yeah, what's the point? It's true it's expensive, but I can afford it. I can do it a business plan and say, okay, this is maybe a real payback in a year or two, but I have a limited token. I have all the privacy. I have everything that I want. So this is what is happening, and it's something that we should consider in the sense of what it means for this sector. In the sense, from my perspective, it's what I see is prices going down. The prices of this RAM, of this video card, of this AI hardware will go down. The demand will slow. The price will go back to something that is real, because at the moment this is the price of a bubble. Okay, this is a price where 2 3 times the real value. It's a price of a bubble. So we see the demand is there. Everybody wants to have it, and then they test it, and then doesn't work. This doesn't work means, yeah, maybe I don't need so much hardware. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm gonna sell it back. And because of this binary thinking, people will always say, yeah, no, 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 need to, 100% human, 100%. So the demand, I think, will go down. Those small model at the moment can do all the things that a few months ago was possible only with those frontier model. So all these replying to email, doing research, all those things now can be done by any model that you run on your hardware. Okay, it's true that you don't need you need a little bit of hardware, but also if you pay like a small subscription of a $20 subscription, is probably more than enough for everybody. That is the direction, unless you are a power user. Okay, a power user is a different thing, but for most people, probably we are going to go into that kind of scenario, and in that kind of scenario everything changes. So the number changes. People will adapt and use different things. The new Mac are coming out, the new hardware is coming out, and people say, okay, I now have, with this new hardware, I can run my small local model. Is enough. Is enough. and that is something that is not just enough, it's going to get better, because that's what we are experiencing. There's those local model are getting better and better, but stay at the same size. So I remember when I bought my hardware, my Asus GX10, which is an equivalent of DGX Spark from an NVIDIA. Okay, 128 gigabytes of RAM. In the slow RAM, but it's 128. Okay, so I can load almost anything on that machine. Of okay, small model, but almost any kind of small model, and that allows me to to experiment and so on. But then a new model came out, and now there is the Gemma 4 series, then the Qwen 3.7, and soon will be other coming out that are more and more intelligent than the previous version. So the intelligent per token, intelligent per parameter is getting better, and that is incredible. So means that a lot of computer will be able to run a version of a local model that will be useful for them, and that is the direction. I'm 100% convinced that this is the path for most people, and with time this is going to become more and more clear. So there is still a case for uh, those frontier model. It's for people that are power users, okay, people that really wants to do something in a different way, and experimenting, taking the risk of working with AI, and see what are the limits. But out of all of us, okay, the 8 billion people on this planet, how many people actually need that kind of level of intelligence? And in reality, when we say that level of intelligence connected to the problem that doesn't work, because if it was working, then everybody needs it, okay? Or we all need a real PhD level intelligence. But the truth here is this: those PhD level intelligence that they have been selling us, they are not PhD level intelligence. They are, I call them PhD level idiots. Okay, they are completely idiots. They have the PhD level knowledge, okay, but not intelligence. And because they lack intelligence, then we can't rely on them. We can't trust that they actually manage to do something correctly and properly. And as a corporation, the risk is too much. The fact that you are reliable for whatever your AI says within your corporation. So if your AI that is the front agent, okay, with the personal assistant with your customer, then you are reliable on what their AI says by law. Okay, that is something that is changing direction. Okay, now it's become like a liability instead of an empowerment. So that is started to become something that is hard to justify. Now, for me, the next step is carry on experimenting, learning, and so on. But stay focused on what I always said. AI is a tool for augmentation. Some elements of augmentation require automation. So those automation is something that we need to experiment as well. So it's not something that we need to give up on automation, but it's something that we need to experiment and minimize. In the sense, the idea of automating a total job, a total replacement of a human, is a fail. We saw it, it doesn't work. If you ask me a year ago, I couldn't tell you, okay, you didn't need to, invest the billions and say, yeah, yeah, this is gonna change everything. No, it doesn't work. Okay, it's so simple, it's so evident, everybody knows. It just, the binary thinking is there. Okay, so 100% or nothing. So, anyway, this is what I wanted to share. I think there is a lot to still that we can do, but that is the direction. So my feeling, no financial advice, we will see an adjustment, okay, price adjustment the of the stocks of those corporations. We're gonna see a price adjustment of the hardware. So I'm not telling you to wait, because waiting is something that can really destroy us as a human. I'm telling you to consider, do your research, and understand what is the best thing for you. Uh, there's no guarantee. Okay, when I say price is gonna go up, down, sorry, maybe never. Okay, maybe this is the lower price that we ever seen. So don't believe what I'm saying. Follow your intuition, but consider what we've been discussing here. Thanks for staying until now. And again, like and subscribe, and see you on the next video. Ciao.